We passed in the House in July the Clarity Act, which is that market framework which will make America the most competitive digital asset nation in the world when you combine it with the Genius Act that President Trump signed into law in July, which is the dollar-backed payment stablecoin legislation. We need both. They're both essential. And as you point out, the Senate is now considering the Clarity Act under Tim Scott's leadership in the Banking Committee and John Boozman's leadership in the House of the Senate Ag Committee. And we hope that they will take prompt action on that this fall during the October and November timeframe. I'd love to see the Clarity Act pass the Senate before the end of the year.
September 30th, the Clarity Act is expected to be voted on. Altcoin season is officially flashing on the charts, and the last time we saw a setup like this, XRP ripped to a new all-time high to finish off a 35,000% run. If you're holding altcoins right now, you need to watch this video all the way to the end. We're going to look at the charts of the past performance patterns that led to 150 and even 225x. The massive inflows to XRP and all of the other epic crypto news that I have found to share with you all. Welcome back to the channel. I'm JR, your favorite crypto dad, and you know what to do. Give me a comment 777 down below if you're feeling bullish, you're feeling blessed, you're living your best life. Smash that like, hit subscribe, and let's run into it.
New types of investments and asset classes, capital formation, credit, like all these things can get reinvented, made more efficient in the crypto world. And that's ultimately what we're trying to do. We're trying to create more economic freedom in the world and update the financial system.
Innovation and the tokenization of everything. The Clarity Act coupled with the Genius Act puts the guardrails in place to push the crypto space further. A couple highlights to hit on here. Senate will release the Clarity Act draft before August recess and vote by September 30th. Lawmakers urge House to pass the Genius Act without amendments to meet Trump's deadline. The White House confirms U.S. Bitcoin reserve plans, aims for budget-neutral Bitcoin acquisition. We are looking at altcoin season right now, as seen on some indices, rated at 100 at a level that has not been seen since February of 2018. You heard that correct. 2021 was a fantastic bull run, but 2018 was a little bit more special. And looking at other indicators to confirm this trend, $4.9 trillion in stock and ETF options expired yesterday. Historically, these large expirations cause a downward volatility for stocks and even crypto. March of 2025, this led to a couple weeks of consolidation. In June of 25, we saw Bitcoin consolidate for a month or so, even dropping a little bit below 100. And that is on the chart. What we would expect to see is a small consolidation, confirming that further. Grayscale sold a whole bunch of Bitcoin yesterday. Not necessarily a bad thing, positioning themselves for altcoin season. And as noted here, that past performance can be an indicator of future outcomes. If that's the case, then we are looking at the biggest bull run in history starting off right now. $100,000 Bitcoin could be running up to the $1 million Bitcoin sometime around 2027, according to this chart, where it puts altcoins is at 120x upward mobility. How about in the short term? We have seen in the past, 2021, a 225x breakout for altcoin season. Now that is following Bitcoin and Ethereum making their cyclical moves, and where we are right now could be setting us up for a 150x breakout before this altcoin season is over, which typically is very short-lived, only a couple months. Additional charts pointing out that altcoins have bottomed out, and altcoins versus Bitcoin could be poised for a 450 to 500% breakout. The last time we saw a setup like this for XRP was 2017 through 2018. Yeah, you heard that correct in the intro to this video, 35,000% increase. That's going to be going back a little bit further than what this chart actually shows here, but the big breakout that led to the all-time high in 2018 for XRP was about a 1,500% increase, about a 15x that took us up to the all-time high. And repeating that same pattern of consolidation has analysts and retail sitting on the sidelines wondering if we're going to see another 15x or even higher possibly with all of the institutional adoption that's taking place. Again, none of this is financial advice, simply informational, educational, some entertainment purposes only. So don't buy anything, including XRP, simply because I'm talking about it. But breaking news coming out of Altcoin Pro University. I have a link down below for your free trial if you want to check that out so that you can get all of this information right to your pocket every single day, along with altcoin picks and DeFi picks. But we are looking at the first spot XRP ETF that went live yesterday, clocking in at $24 million in volume in the first 90 minutes. This is big news, and the day finished out with $37 million in volume, locking in with $24 million in volume in just a 90-minute period of time. It does look like the day finished out at $37 million in volume, a very successful day for the first XRP ETF, and we have, I think, 11 more poised for the end of October. At the peak of altcoin season, the peak of the bull run. What a great time it is to be alive in the crypto cycles. So great that we're seeing all the crazy price predictions of Brad Garlinghouse saying $30,000 per XRP. Well, he did not actually say that. I don't like fake news. I don't like people making things up, but it's worth pointing out that there are analysts out there that are pointing up to very high $30 to $70 or even $100 $150 XRP token prices. We can debate price predictions all day long down in the comments. At the end of the day, it comes down to the adoption and how XRP is going to be used. We will see what kind of liquidity is moved into the ledger as time goes on. Nonetheless, banks are jumping on board. They're working with tons of banks around the world already. And we do see the inflows are also helping the price of XRP's token. Kraken popping off $8.16 million in XRP inflows just in the first day of that ETF going live. What a great day. Jumping into the market news, I'm going to give you a quick refresh on here. Coming out of CoinMarketCap, we see that we are at a $4.08 trillion total market cap for cryptocurrency as a whole. Again, this is at the time of this recording. The numbers are subject to change from the time you see this video to the time that I've made this video. But nonetheless, crypto is moving in the right direction for altcoin season. The CoinMarketCap 20, the CMC 20, is actually down about 0.5% in the last 24 hours, sitting at $259.53. That is going to be a top 20 crypto indice at CoinMarketCap. Fear and Greed Index. This is a big number for us because as it starts to creep into greed territory, we'll understand how deep we are into altcoin season. We are still, luckily, I think this is a good point, only at a 52 on the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. To me, that means that we're sitting here kind of with the core group of retail investors that have been around for the last cycle and the institution that's around right now. We don't see new retail coming in just yet. Retail inflows are still not quite there, not picking up as much yet. We could see that by the overall market cap as well, just barely touching that $4.12 trillion market cap. So neutral, good place to be. An even better indicator is going to be the altcoin season indicator, which is sitting at a 73 out of 100. And we see the total inflows to date are going to be $1.75 trillion for altcoins. Jumping into the technicals, again, these are my technicals, not your technicals, so not financial advice. Don't make any decisions based off of these. Hopefully this is just helpful in your research, in your market research. So simple support and resistance patterns, bull flag that we had broken out of for XRP some time ago does show that we could march up to, that's the price prediction for me, not you, which is $4.39, somewhere around there. And again, past performance, right? So the last bull flag that was broken out of, it marched out from May of 25 until it broke out at the end of June of 25. And that one ran all the way up until it hit back into that $3.60 range, forming that high for the cycle so far. Now we've broken out of that one and that marches up. If we look at the flagpole on that one, puts us up at about that $4.39 range. Now, we're not going to go up in a straight line. We've got a little bit of chop that we're working through. The good thing is that we're bouncing off of the 1618 fib extension coming from the previous all-time high to the low, all the way back from 2018 to that low that we've had in the last couple of years. The 1618 is a good area of support for us right now. That's at $3, basically right on the head, $2.99. And the next leg up from there would be the 2618, puts us at $4.66. Are we going to see $7.50? Are we going to see $10? The numbers are definitely there. $7.37 is the top that I see. And this is just simply based on fib extensions. More important an indicator to look at is the RSI. And the RSI has been tapping off of its own moving average in a downward trend for the last couple days. It has not crossed it. Crossing it would be a bearish signal. That's not necessarily a bad thing. We're going to expect to see that a little bit on Bitcoin. Jump over here, although that is not as close as it has been on some of the other altcoins, bigger blue chip ones, Ethereum and XRP. But nonetheless, that RSI we're looking for is continuing positive momentum. Overall, we're still not even in super bullish territory and not showing any flashy, scary signs just yet. Bitcoin trying to reclaim that $117,000 territory. It's been tapping right off of it, rejecting right off of it. Again, we do expect to see a small pullback in Bitcoin during this altcoin season run as it starts. Ethereum could experience the same pullback. It's got a little bit of a cup and handle. If it does pull back, we could be looking at a low of about 4,000. I don't think that we're going down there personally. That's just my own opinion. I think that Ethereum is going to end up tapping off of somewhere in that 4,400 zone before it continues to make its way up. If we start to see a lot of inflows from retail coming in from the outside, it's probably going to end up going to Ethereum and Solana mostly. That is where generally you're going to see a lot of the meme coin genre activity start to pick up, and obviously you'll see your seasoned veterans rotating in and out of that stuff, rotating profits out and then jumping into AI and gaming and so on and so forth, eventually moving into DeFi and rewards tokens, all that, Ponzonomic metas down the road. But nonetheless, we will have a fun altcoin season before we get into the traditional debauchery that closes things out with some kind of a black swan event. It's all in the charts, folks. It's we don't buy the news and sell the rumors. It's technical analysis, and it's there, and it's repeatable over and over and over again. Just jumping into the psychology of the market cycle, it's really easy to spot these patterns once you start to get used to it. And you can see, this pattern, the Wall Street cheat sheet, in anything from a 1-minute candle chart to a 1-year candle chart and everywhere in between. I'm going to encourage you to jump into the link down below for Altcoin Pro University to really get a deep dive in the education and take advantage of that free trial that's out there. Stick around. I'm going to talk about that one in depth a little bit more in a couple minutes here. So let's finish up looking at a couple more of the charts here. Internet Coin Protocol moving sideways, consolidating. Sandbox, a lot of these are following the same pattern. Sandbox, Shiba Inu, and Dogecoin, all following that same W pattern that it's previously broken out, meeting resistance right now, but again, expecting to see some leg ups here in the near future should we get bullish confirmation. XRP, again, we finished off with that one already. It's sitting about $3.05 at the time of this recording. XLM still floating right around that 39.40 mark. That is what I've got for you on technicals. Now your questions, comments down below. What do you want to see us talk about? I've got one for you. What do you do when you finish this altcoin season, when you finish this bull run and you've got all these profits and you want to put them into a different type of an investment vehicle? Do you know how to handle that? You've got a 401k, you got an IRA, maybe from a previous job, you're taking a job change. There's a lot of that happening right now with jobs being replaced by different technologies. So you've got an IRA to roll over or 401k to roll over. Where are you putting it? And you're not really, excited about the stock market as much as you are about the crypto market, and you're also worried about tax implications. That's where you need to take a listen to this right now.
Do you love crypto, but are you worried about taxes shrinking your retirement nest egg? Here's the deal. Trading and selling crypto can trigger capital gains taxes eating into your wealth. A crypto IRA fixes that. Per IRS publication 590B, traditional IRA gains like those from crypto aren't taxed until distributed. That's why we've partnered with iTrust Capital, a leading crypto IRA company in the USA, to sponsor today's video. And they offer institutional grade custody for retail clients that want to set up their crypto IRAs for retirement, leveraging top storage solutions like Fidelity, Wells Fargo, and Coinbase Prime to keep your assets secure. To get started, simply click the link in the description of this video, sign up for free, and fund your account with cash. They also offer 401k rollovers or crypto transfers, and you can trade 24/7 with just 1% transaction fees and no maintenance costs. As always, I'm not a CPA or financial advisor, so consult one for tax advice, and we do earn a commission if you sign up using our link below to fund your crypto IRA account, but that helps support value-based videos like this. And I Trust Capital already has over 200,000 crypto IRA accounts and over $14 billion in transactions, proving they're trusted by smart investors just like you. So click the link below, get started now by funding your account today, and let's create generational wealth together.
If you're still looking for a little bit more education, I'm going to encourage you to jump into the link down below to start your free trial for Altcoin Pro University. This is where you're going to get, bar none, some of the best education that's in the industry. And obviously, it's a 14-day free trial, so it's going to allow you to blaze through a lot of these classes on your own and really get your feet wet and get a good feel for it. But this is Altcoin Pro University, where you're going to have a community built into it. Obviously, you've seen some of the news that I've shared with you earlier in this video, but you're also going to see market updates. You're going to see altcoin picks, DeFi yield picks, airdrop picks, etc. And then obviously the classroom, as I just showed you. So if you got questions about technical analysis, crypto, tax mastery, a lot of people have made a lot of money in crypto and don't know what to do with it, how to deal with the tax implications of that. And that is all at that link below. It's Altcoin Pro University, free trial, but it's $97 a month to throw an expert in your pocket to be able to bring you guys this content. But that is what I've got for you guys in this video. As always, if you gain some value from this, please share it with somebody else so that they can learn as well. Also, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Be blessed.